Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Figured I would invite you in on my morning commute to the gym. The dark of morning, guys. You gotta love this time. Normally, I drive the Subaru to the gym, the car my wife normally drives, because that's the one that's parked in the garage and better gas mileage. But I don't have the little phone holder, little thingy. So I was like, you know what? Let me drive the truck so we can do a little video. Got the in-laws in town, Grandpa and Hung. So we'll be filming one of these later. But hey, simple story how God protected me. Junior year, I'm pretty sure. No, it was senior year of high school. Christmas break, senior year. I'm at my uncle's timeshare ranch property in Refugio, Texas, which is kind of inland from Corpus Christi. And we're gonna go hunting. We're gonna try to get me a deer. But and so my older brother was also hunting. And anyways, the day before the hunt, like, hey, let's take one of these rifles and do some target practice, make sure everything's good. And guys, I'm just not the most masculine macho person you've ever met, okay? I don't know if I'd ever shot a rifle before. I don't think I had. Maybe just BB guns when I was like in elementary school. And then I had this scarring hunting experience with my mom's dad, where he was an epic dude. But anyways, we went hunting with him, but he was just driving the truck like a truck and down these trails to try to startle some wild hogs. And sure enough, some got startled and sprinted across to the trail. And then literally, he pops out the window, starts driving with his right knee on the steering wheel. So his whole torso is out of the window. And he's got this pistol. And pop, pop, pop. And he drops like 3 of them. And I was like, that was epic. I'm sitting in the bed of the truck because there's no back seat. My older brother's in the front seat. And then he goes up to the wild hogs, and one of them is actually still alive, so he shoots it in the head to kill it real quick. So I was like, alright, I'm not quite scarred yet, okay, but this was a little bit intense, watching him shoot a squirming hog. And I'm probably, I don't know, 7, something like that. And this isn't even the testimony, but I'm just sharing this story. Anyways, what he does is he throws all the hogs in the bed of the truck. Like, that's what he normally does. But for whatever reason, as he's bringing the hogs over to the truck bed, I mean, it's clear, for my sake, he's like, I'm going to throw them in a trash bag so that I don't have to look at them, which I appreciated. But before he did that, he puts his fingers in the bullet hole of the skull of one of the hogs that he killed and just rips his head open. So now I'm looking at the hog brain, which was freaky. And then he throws them in this trash bag, and I'm like, okay, at least that's cool. Until the trash bag is leaking blood all over the truck bed. So thankfully the truck bed had ridges, but I'm just like in the corner and like blood is coming after me and under me. And anyways, I did not love that experience. Didn't really hate that experience, but I was like, I'm never going hunting again. So it was scarring to some extent. Senior year of high school, it's the redemption. I'm gonna go hunting. It's gonna be fun. Whatever, but we gotta practice. So whatever, target practice comes, and I turn around, I'm looking through the scope, and I turn around and ask my dad and brother and my uncle, like, hey, is there any point where like your eyes like too close to the scope, like, or how, like, can you be too close to it? And they're like, I mean, no, like, whatever is comfortable, They didn't understand because I was like, all right, cool. So I put my eye on the scope of the rifle, which, by the way, it was incredibly difficult. It felt like I was playing Call of Duty because, like, when your eye's that close to the scope, you don't actually see very well. And what I was seeing, instead of seeing a clear, hash mark at the end, and I'm seeing my horizon, it was like mostly black. But then every now and then, the sight would like kind of, like on its way through the scope. So it's all blackness, and then every now and then, this, the sight kind of flies through. And that was fun because I'm like, I gotta time this out. Like, I gotta, whenever this zooms across, like, I gotta try to get it on the target. And so I did, shot the thing, which, quick testimony, I did hit the target. And in fact, I got closer to the bullseye than my older brother did, who was shooting the right way. So let it be known, okay, that was pretty gangster. But I turn around and I go, I think something hit my head. And before I even finish saying I think, blood is just rushing down. I'm like, and then I look at the facial expressions of my dad, uncle, and brother, and they are just like, like, uh-oh. So I'm gushing blood, and they're like, you're probably gonna need stitches, whatever. But they're kind of asking me, like, do you want to go in to the doctor? And if you know me, the answer is no, I do not want to. So I just put a couple butterfly band-aids on there. Let's see if you can see the, can you still see the scar? Kinda. It's pretty hard to see. Yep, right there. It was pretty gnarly for a little while. But next morning, we go hunting. Now I know how to shoot. Nail this deer in the heart. It was awesome. Got the deer. So that's epic too. And put some butterfly band-aids on it. That's the same year that JJ Watt had his bloody nose, and I was wearing a Texans shirt, so I felt pretty awesome to be all bloodied. But we go into the meat processor the next day. We did an early morning hunt, so around 11 or noon, we're pulling up to the meat processor, and we walk in, and immediately he just goes, "Got scope, didn't you?" Or, "Got scope, did you?" And I was like, yeah. I didn't know it was called getting scoped. But the reason my face was gushing blood, if you don't know about this, is because there's a kickback on the rifle. So you're not supposed to have your face literally on the scope, because as soon as you shoot, the gun's gonna go whoop-ah. And normally you would stabilize it with your shoulder and keep your eye far enough away from the scope to where, the kick just goes into your shoulder and you're chilling. Not me. But hey, I didn't need to get stitches. I was okay. I was actually encouraged because I still hit the target, and then the next morning got that deer. Which even that was a little bit fun because I'll just tell it real quick. Basically, I shot a shot, but then the deer ran away, and we were like, dang. So then we kept hunting for like an hour. Nothing came up. I'm like, well, let's just go see over there. And sure enough, there's like a little blood spot on the ground. We're like, wait a minute. And we start walking into the woods, and about 15 yards in, there's the dead deer. So my uncle was like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad we didn't kill another deer, because that would have been a bummer for his hunting license to have to report to. And so, anyways, and I nailed it, like right where you want to hit it. Whereas we just assumed that I missed because of my experience the day before. But nailed the deer. That was pretty cool. Didn't kill a second deer, which was clutch. And then, yeah, didn't need stitches. And this guy was like, after he said, "Got scope, didn't you?" He said, "Don't worry, it'll only happen to you once." It's like, no one does that twice. And hey, so far so good. I don't think I've actually shot a rifle since then, so that's helpful. But even if I do again, tell you what, no way I'm making that mistake again. So praise God for that. All right, time to hit the gym. That's all I got for y'all today. I'll talk to y'all soon. Life is worship. God is love.